Again, 102 strength city with pretty much all of its health, but Lord Sucklington, I believe, can just walk in. Oh, no, not quite. Oh, man, that was close, though. That was very close. In fact, actually, can one of my tanks walk in instead? I was just thinking I'd be able to finish all of these Chinese cities off in one turn, as is the usual Ursa promise way. There's one of them. Here's a second, like so. And now it's just a case of, can I get this third city killed this turn? Well, I'll tell you what. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Oh, it's on 1 health. Oh, there's always one city that escapes, isn't there? Now, do I have some sort of crazy unit movement I can use? This has got 3 movement, actually, so I could go railway, 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 railway to there. So is this railway? Yeah, that is railway. So, hang on a second. I've got a drone. Drone is in the way. You move out of the way. Let's move you to there. Get the railway done. Is that going to be close enough? No. It's going to have to wrap around the other side of the nation, isn't it? Yeah, okay, right, it's going to be next turn, but China's almost out now. I mean, Russia, you are a giant yellow nation that is right in my way here. Sorry about this, but yeah, you're next. I just love, I'm slowly declaring war accidentally on the entire world just because of all the alliances. I just don't care. I've been saving a little surprise for one of my most, well, how do I put this? Consistent commenters. Look, it's the University of Sankor. I found it. It was built so early in this game that I lost it, but I finally found it. Now I just need to go and liberate it. Ethiopia is out of the game. Down to the last 23. There's so much more to go. Look, an enemy vampire. We actually met one. The Mayans are vampires too. Oh, it's a shame they're evil, horrible vampires rather than the cool vampires we are. Schrödinger. Okay, unfortunately, again, he pops up like a turn too late. I don't think I'm going to get anything from him. Oh, no, telecommunications, nuclear fusion. So I got 2 of the 3 boosts. I'm now up to robotics, though. Oh, it's exciting, especially considering the fact that this military city-state, Lahore, has just declared on me. After a game of friendship, they have just declared on me. I will not stand for that. You will go down, my friend. Accumulate 25% less war weariness than normal. Oh my, that's useful. And that is Ireland unified under Scythian rule, of course. Of course, how it was always supposed to be. Time to build a city purely for the uranium. Yay! How much are we up to now? 48 uranium per turn. It's not a bad amount of uranium, is it? I think that's Denmark mostly unified. Yep, look at that. Perfect. And now we are invading Russia, just pushing through Europe. This is a little bit more effective than most invasions of Russia, to be honest. You see? Well, this is technically Hungary, Budo, isn't it? But, yeah. Just assume this is Russia and assume this is not winter, and I'm not trying to drive tanks through the snow with no winter clothing. It seems to be the usual Napoleon tactic, isn't it? Social media is done, and I think corporate libertarianism is going to do fine for me. I lose a little bit of science, sure. Once you've got giant death robots, the pillaging means that that's really not a problem. Why build it yourself when you can just steal it from other people? China's out as well, and with that, look at the mini-map. Look at the mini-map. Actually, it's probably better if I show you just the railroad I've been working on. It's got a little bit derailed, get it, from the war, but it's still pretty awesome with 380 of it. Look, it's amazing. There's like a triple track that goes through Africa, wrapping around my cities, but you can see we go all the way, oh no, if I do that, all the way around the Mediterranean, through the Middle East, and I'm now building up as I'm sort of invading up to the north. Basically anywhere my vampire has been, I've been following it with railroads, but with Turkey, that means I now basically, in fact entirely, own the Mediterranean, which is awesome. Actually, this 3 city here, just saw that, and that is a bit frustrating, because now I can't say that I own everything, you know? So what I'm going to have to do is waste a couple of very good jet bomber attacks, which did not need to be used in this way, but I'm going to have to do that on this city, so that I can claim that it's mine. Here you go, University of Sankor. I own it now. Huzzah! And Nubia is gone as well. Serves you right for being not me. Well, the sea has flooded a little bit, but luckily I had pre-built seawalls in pretty much all the important cities that I had. Like pretty much all of the important cities. There's probably a few that got missed, but we'll ignore that for now. But giant death robots. Don't get carried away though. Giant death robots unfortunately do not power up vampires, but what they do is act as some very, very tasty reinforcements. I'm just pushing now into Scotland, or Canada, Scotland, as you can see. And Coupe's up here with Wick, which is why I'm up here in this direction. Sort of less John Wick and more just regular Wick, unfortunately. Sorry, Venice, or Fort Augustus, as it likes to be called. Don't mind me if I just sort of trundle through a little bit. Think this is room taken out of the game now as well, so we should now be down to 20 players. 50 to 20. Oh lord, look how many great people in a single turn. Nice. Right, Tesla's not very interesting. I want somebody else. Oh yeah, look, there we go. A wonder builder. He's far better. Korolev will let me just produce some space projects quickly. Eisenhower is better for units. And then we've also got a musician on top of that. Now, giant death robots are 6,000 gold. They cost quite a bit. So we're going to just sort of start buying them at the beginning and sort of at every sort of front line, really. So there's one over on the eastern front. We'll buy one over here on the sort of central front. Where are you? There we go. Like so, and then I treat myself to one over in this direction on the northern front. Oh, actually he got put on an island. That was a silly thing to do. It's the return, though, of Bob the giant death robot. This one is called Stan, and this one is called Mega Crusher 300 Ultrabot because, you know, one of them has to have a different name because it likes independence. We don't talk about that, but it's not very popular. That city-state did not last very long at all. That's what happens when you rebel. Don't you get ideas, you two? You saw what happened to your friend. Maybe I should have raised it. That could have possibly been, you know, a better sort of like scare tactic. Just raise it to the floor. I just took about 4 Russian cities in a single turn. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4. That's 8 cities to 4 in one turn. Can you imagine if you were playing a game like that and the AI came along and stole 4 of your cities in one turn? You'd be devastated. Corporate libertarianism. Oh, always fun for me to say, but that is extra production for commercial hubs and encampments in cities, also giving me an extra +1 per turn on all resources. Once this has a little think about it, you will find that it crashes the game. Oh no, it got through. It got through. God, it thought so long and hard about that. I was like, oh no. So the biggest difference is the fact that we have a huge gold deficit now because fascism was giving me quite a lot of gold. Strategic Air Force, Total War, both of those are very good. Logistics, I don't know why that disappeared. You're not going anywhere, my friend. Like, the next things are going to be anything that really gives me a benefit. Fascist Legacy, that +5 combat strength works with Oligarchic Legacy to make my vampires even more powerful. I think I'm going to go for e-commerce to give more production into my trade routes. I've got quite a few trade routes at the moment, and I think I'll go levy en masse as well. Perfect. Okay, as I say, we might lose a little bit of science from going into this government, but luckily for us, it'll produce a lot of other fun things like tons more uranium. Oh, and my capital's now on 360 production, just in case you didn't think I was on enough. We can build giant death robots in 2 turns. Well, that's a lot of fun. I think I've got so many jet bombers now, I think I might just have to build giant death robots for the fun of it. That is Scotland out of the game, so again, we're now less than 20 people. Stan jumps in and gets his first kill as well. Huzzah! On those rare occasions you get to take a city without using bombers, you feel very good about yourself. It's wonderful. There we go. Look, we're starting to unify the UK now. Coupe, I'm not sure how we're not at war already, but now we are at war. Look at the big civ leader out there with the war declaration. Yes, I am a big civ leader. Thank you. Thank you for responding and acknowledging my greatness. I feel very insecure about it, and, you know, using my army is basically just one huge attempt to compensate for my own inadequacies, really. Can I rush through the Golden Gate Bridge? I can! I did it! I connected Africa and Europe over Gibraltar. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this the most amazingly pointless and wonderful thing you've ever seen? I have never been prouder of myself than this moment. It's even got railways both sides of it. I mean, unfortunately you can't build a railway over it, but I mean, come on, look at that, it's an actually useful Golden Gate. This is a Reddit post. I mean, oh, I could stare at that for hours. Hours and hours and hours. Oh, instead, I'm just going to make myself travel sick by zooming out and spinning the map round. Ooh. And that, I believe, is Russia out as well. So we have pushed almost entirely now out of Western Europe, and we're now heading directly into East Europe. Now, unfortunately, Cimmeria does have stronger walls, but they are all Renaissance walls as opposed to steel walls. So there's something, there's a little bit of a benefit there, a little bit of a happy sort of realization. Not much of one, but it'll do. Lord Sucklington is so powerful. 177 attack that was. Oh, whoops. Oh, I think I might have pressed the liberate button there. That's that was a mistake. Okay, cool. Right, well we've got to, I guess we've got to meet Byzantium quickly so that we can take them back over. Silly me. I'm also actually quite excited to get rid of Cimmeria because they're giving that +5 combat bonus to pretty much everyone I'm fighting at the moment, and it is very, very annoying. Right, there we go. There's Byzantium. I can't believe I did that by accident. There we go. Hang on. We've just met them. We can denounce them immediately and then get the Golden Age War. Lovely. Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Byzantium. This was a bit of a whirlwind turn for you, I appreciate. But it's all over now. It's all over now. Shh. Sleep. Sleep. Bob has made it to Scandinavia. Hello, Bob. In you pop. Coupe's capital has been taken and mainland UK has been totally taken. Amazing stuff. Estadio! This. So, I'll show you exactly why this is the best wonder in the game for big wide games, but that's 2 amenities and 2 culture for every single city in the game. Now, watch this. Look at how many cities I've got, right? If I just go up to the top, 229 cities. So that just gave me 458 amenities and culture, as well as making all of my cities even happier, so that they're all now like not dying of unhappiness. In fact, actually, look, all the generic terrible little desert cities are now at +1. Oh, I can't tell you how good that is. That is amazing. Hey, Coupe, get off this island. Huzzah! Amazing, amazing. I would give them peace, but they own something above Norway, and I'm kind of heading in that direction, so you never know. I might go and steal that as well. Sneaky jet bomber, tanky, rivery sea invasion. That was a very, very ineffective amphibious attack. Wow, I was expecting much more than that. I was expecting it to just dive in. Oh dear, oh dear. We're going to need some more northern troops. So what I'm going to do is just go for modern armor army. Now it's 112 melee strength, and that now makes my vampires as strong as they're ever going to get. Lord Sucklington is now attacking with 186 strength. What did I hope to get it to? 200. We're 14 away from that now. 14 away from that. Again, full health city, and now it's mine. Sucklington is so powerful. That's Japan out as well. I tell you what, you know what, I get excited because we're almost down to 1 screen of leaders at the top now. We've only got 2 overlap. How many are we down to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. 30 capitals captured. Gilgamesh has 3 of them. That's crazy. Gilgamesh. As one warmonger to another, I say, how could you? How could you? The world won't stand for this violence. Now watch as I show you how much I can't stand for this violence by using violence to take them back. It seems to work in my head. Seems to work. Stan! Get in there, Stan! Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it! Yes! Oslo doesn't have any walls. That's a silly move, Norway. What's that terrible noise that seems to be spreading around Europe? That warmonger that seems to have never stopped. Never, ever stopped. Oh, well, I'm sure it's nothing. I mean, you know, shouldn't we put walls up? Nah. Nah, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Military aid request. Betrayal emergency. I mean, if anyone's not in on this emergency already, I'd be surprised. What's actually going to happen, though, is that all of the world is just going to team up in one Giga Alliance to try and stop me. Look at all these different colours. How many people? Oh yeah, literally the entire world, apart from, it's actually easier if we look at who hasn't joined the Giga Alliance. So everyone has joined it apart from England. England are the only people with their 3 cities at the top of the map and 4 population. Yeah, you know what? I can kind of see why England might not have joined the Giga Alliance. I think advanced power cells. Yeah, there we go. That's the one that gives me the reduction ray, the particle beam siege cannon. It's amazing. Cybernetics. Yes. I think it's all good. It's all good, really. So I'm just going to pick it all up. And this is what I've been looking for. Integrated attack logistics. +1 movement in enemy territory and 50% production for giant death robots, because I have a giant death robot hub. This one's producing, well, my capital's producing every 2 turns, Fez is producing every 3 turns. So that's 2 giant death robots every 3 turns, roughly. Is that Canada out of the game? I think this was their last little island, so yeah, there you go. They're done. We've really taken over a good chunk of Sweden now. Just now travelling up the spine of Scandinavia, and is that just it's a totally undefended city. I mean, I'm gonna bomb it just for safety, but like, come on, don't leave Bob to like just walk in like that, because he will, you know. In fact, actually, he needs a friend. Let's give him a friend. What are we gonna call him? Yeah, there we go, Betty. Every Cimmerian city that I take down feels like a big deal. Like, they are by far my biggest contenders now. Oh, damn it, I keep misclicking the bombers. The amount of random fields I've bombed by accident, just because you can imagine me sat in a war room with the military command going, right, Ursa, where are we going to bomb? And I'm like, and like my fingers sort of above the map, and like I fall off my chair slightly and just brush my finger against some random target on the map, and they're like, oh yes, certainly. And it's like, no, I didn't mean it. And they're like, oh well, you should have made that clearer, because now the place is dead. Oh, finally, Lord Sucklington, he has found some more troops. Yes. Okay, right. Everything for a second just needs to stop whilst I basically try and run over as many units as I physically can. Right, this tank can go in there, perfect. Now I can get my bomber to run that unit over, even better. 189 strength now. Lord Sucklington plus 60 from kills. Oh yes. I've had both spies report back to me that, oh, we haven't found anyone. Like, nothing happened here. Pingala's dead and has been dead like 2-3 times already, but, you know, we don't think anything's happened here. Plus 50% flanking bonus for all land units. Oh my goodness, yes. Just pop that down immediately. Oh, in you go, Betty. Come on, take the city. You know you can. Yeah. And that is Norway's capital taken as well. There you go, levy en masse. Away with you. I don't need you. Where is it? Integrated attack logistics, extra movement, 50% production towards giant death robots. Oh, it's so good. You're ready for the triple threat? We'll go 1 attack, 2 attacks. Once that first one is loaded, here we go. 1 attack, 2 attacks, and 3 attacks. So a tank army, a giant death robot, and a vampire with crazy strength. Oh, a bonus policy. We must have picked up the Forbidden Palace. What are we going to do? There's so many fun things we could do. We're building all kinds of brilliant units. What could I do to make my capital a little bit better? 5-year plan might be relatively entertaining. Could do that. Sports media, public transport. There's a lot of fun things here. I think, because we haven't got communism legacy, I think, yeah, levy en masse again. It seems like a really boring one. Oh no, economic union. Oh, of course, because that will give me not only gold, but it'll also give me extra production from all my seaports. So that sort of helps across the nation as well. We've gone from minus 300 gold to plus 600 with all my policies. Lovely. So I just wanted to clarify something, because I was looking at my culture at 3,000 and thought, blimey, that is far bigger than I thought it was. And it's because I was wrong. It's plus 6 culture in all of my cities. Not plus 2, plus 6. That is insane. Like, you can see it there. Like, plus 6. If I go to like random desert cities, you can see plus 6, plus 6. Like, oh my lord, that, like, the amount of territory I'm claiming in the desert now is insane. I also want to stop the world from flooding right now, because honestly, every time it floods, I'm kind of a little scared of the fact that the game might crash. So what I'm doing is I'm just quickly replacing a lot of the industrial zone projects with like carbon recapture, because I really need to stop this if I can. That is Sumeria's capital taken, I believe. Huzzah! Mega Crusher 300 Ultra Bot in your pop. Go on, from the sea. Yes. There we go. Attempt 2 was a lot better. We are stealing Norway now with great speed. It's amazing what adding a giant death robot to the party does for the general momentum of the war. It's amazing. Now, annoyingly, Sumeria keeps throwing anti-tank armies at me, and they are busting through my individual tanks and helicopters everywhere. They are very frustratingly strong. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, use some of my crazy faith. Let me just quickly have a look. And, oh yeah, look at that. Modern armor armies. I'll have one here. Thank you so much. And I think I'll make another one over there. Thank you so much. And, oh, what do you reckon? One over here as well? Oh no, there's, I don't have the military encampment. I might as well just make 8 giant death robot then. Oh, you see, I have to settle. Sometimes you have to settle, and that's okay. Oh no, I just made the modern armor army over here as well. So, yeah. God, sometimes it's ridiculous what you can do in this game. Not even the Dutch can survive this assault. I've got one attack up to the north and one to the south. They just sort of come in sync. Look at that. Lovely. Lord Sucklington arrives with many, many units around him. Interesting. Very interesting, he says. Om nom 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 nom. Just kill that unit. Great. And then he himself will come through and attack there. Even better. And let's just bomb the unit in front of him. Get a cavalry army to come and finish it off. Look at that. Lovely. Okay. 196 strength. We're so close to the 200 attack. So the Count rips through and steals that city. You can see this tank will come and steal this one. And I believe, oh yeah, look at that, Stan. Stan is ready to go. He is ready to rock. I'm just wondering if I've got one more bomber. I have got one more bomber. Really, when you look through it hard enough, there's always one more bomber. In fact, there wasn't just one more bomber. There was actually more than one bomber. I can actually just, where was this tank? There it is. Just skirt it round past this anti-tank crew army, which looks very scary. Ugh. I won the Nobel Prize in Literature. I think it might be because everybody is dead, so I was the only one that could write a book. My books are very good though, to be fair. Such classics as The Ballad of Betty, The Casual Waltz Guide How-To of Mega Crusher 300 Ultra Bot. It's a very difficult read, that one. And of course, who could forget everybody's favourite, you thought you were safe in Iceland, you were not. Die. Die. It's a vigorous piece, that one, but one that has stood the test of time. Also, we're in a golden age, which is exciting. Huzzah! Should we go for reform the coinage so no one can steal my trade routes? What am I talking about? Of course we shouldn't. To arms. That implies that anybody could steal my trade routes. Nobody's alive. Increased trade route capacity by 1. 25% more tourism. Oh, tourism. Actually, I do have 1,248, so weirdly, my tourism's really good. Unfortunately, pretty much everybody that could have given me culture appears to now be dead, so that's not so good. So when you build a giant death robot in your capital, it will just sort of stand here, looking pretty, but it does have 9 movement, which means that if you send it along a railway line that you built from your capital, it gets pretty far in a turn. Like, it gets almost halfway across Africa. So like, if I was, for instance, to just follow the railway line that I've built up this way and say, right, can you just go to the front line? It's 7 turns in order to walk the entirety of the map. It still feels like too long, so what I might actually do, unfortunately we took everybody over before they really had the tech to build planes. What I might do is build an airport and I can fly my troops in. That might save a significant time, but I think unfortunately in the time it would take for me to build the airport, the world, it may have already ended, so, you know, that might not be good. Betty can't wait around, you know. She's got a date with Christensen. There's Haran. Every time Norway changed their capital, they're like, it's fine. It's fine. We wanted this to be our capital the whole time. And it's like, yep, sure. That's fine. But now it's mine again, so where are they going to put their capital this time? Oh yes, this one population city. Of course, that was where they always meant to have the capital. I believe that is France out of the game. You may not remember France being in the game because they've done nothing all game. But, you know, that's fine. Also, we're down to 1 page of people. Oh, it looks so much better now. We're at 72 techs and Gilgamesh is at 51, by the way, if you wondered how far ahead we were. And I think Gilgamesh is substantially ahead of everyone else. 47, 46, 45, 45, 43. Yeah, so we're like about 25 to 30 techs ahead of most people in this game. Gilgamesh, oh, I always have such pain when I kill Gilgamesh. He's such a bro, but he's gone. Oh, don't look so dejected. Your gold medals are still glorious. What treachery did this to me? I choose not to answer that question. I have no idea what treachery might have happened. I was just sort of stood by the city waiting for something to happen, but luckily Stan can just whiz around like an absolute boomerang and take it. Very nice. So I always find this relatively exciting, was when you've got 2 giant death robots on the scene, but nothing else really happening. So it's like, what can you do just with 2 giant death robots? Like this 11 pop city, that looks like it's quite injured. So I can just go, bam, blast the walls down on it, and then just march in. So 2 death robots are enough to take the city? Yeah. Oh, wow. Who needs bombers, eh? Just spam these. Oh, we're still voting, are we? Is that still a thing? I'm amazed that people actually are like, let's continue this charade. Like, the world will end soon. Vote for me. Nobel Prize in Physics. Actually, I would take that. I would be the Nobel Prize winner. I would allow this to happen. City Centre, Pearls, Gorgo, Prize in Physics. I mean, as I mentioned before, like, who really cares about voting? What's happening on voting? Portugal's winning. 10 votes. Where am I? 5 votes. My idea is that if everybody else is dead, I'll automatically win a diplomacy victory because no one can vote against me, right? So, I mean, you can't argue with the logic. It's fairly sound. I mean, let's just test this out. Norway, are you going to vote against me as world leader? Are you? Are you? No, they're not, because now I'm going to take Voodoo and take them out of the game. So they will eternally be voting for me. Oi, stop shooting my battleship. That is not polite. Hang on, if I kill something, then I will... Actually, what I can do is I can do the... Oh, why did you move there? Actually, I couldn't have moved through, never mind. I'll shoot the ship. That gives me... Oh, that should have given me 50 health, but it did not. Never mind. We can kill these units instead with that, and then let's get the tank in to do 1 attack. Get the helicopter in to do a 2nd, and then get the destroyer in to do the 3rd, and hopefully we'll scare them away. Oh, we won't at all. We're going to get killed here, but it's fine. Sergei Korolev. Oh yeah, space race. That's what I can do. I'd forgotten about the space race. Unfortunately, I don't have a spaceport, but apart from that, it's all good. My industry's on fire, by the way. I did notice this, but luckily for me, I still have 366 production, so it's okay. Well, look, and the spy is out going, oh yeah, I did fine, didn't I? It's like, no, you didn't do fine. Or a patter. Ugh, honestly. St. Petersburg. And with St. Petersburg, we have a very exciting revelation. I now share a border with Hungary. Now, this is exciting for me, because right at the start of the game, Hungary was one of these nations right at the top where I was like, there's no way I'll ever get close to them, they're just in another world. But now we share a common border. Lord Sucklington is so powerful. 197 strength, that's 100 strength more than the city had, making Stan look weak at 157. Like, you're a giant death robot and you can't keep up with the vampire. And honestly, this modern armor army with 117 just looks like a remote control car following behind them. Just like negligible. Can I just say, the blues on this frontier are so confusing. You got India's light blue, the Mayans sort of darker blue, and then my darkest blue, all next to each other. It is very confusing. See, look, I just moved my giant death robot onto the encampment to shoot at the city, but that's not my encampment. It's very confusing. Uh-oh, everything flooded again. East Anglia's gone. No, Norfolk. Oh, why always Norfolk? Why? Margaret Mead. Hello. She's always a good pickup. Oh, there's always a spare atomic scientist, and it's always Janiki. It always seems so unfair to her. Like, I don't know, she always just seems to come the wrong time of the game. Oh no, that is a gift. Look at that. There is an enemy quadrireme that my battleship can heal 50 health by killing. Oh, sometimes the AI is just too nice. You don't mind if I quickly borrow Kamasi, do you? Hehehehe. Just stealing a city-state with 10 spare envoys is wonderful. Minor victory, you say? Well, if you insist, I will take that minor victory. Sounds like a pretty decent victory to me. Vladimir has no walls, you'd think they'd learn. Get a nice little combo of setup for you to enjoy. Stan is going to run in and take that city. We have this tank is going to run in and take this city. thus knocking Sweden out of the game.
Jag älskade
I'm
allt.
sorry. Take your book and read it in another room. You are done here. And now we're also taking Amsterdam out of the game at the same time. And also Greece is now. We've got Greece border again. Greece was so far away from me at the beginning of the game. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, it is good to have giant death robots just readily available. Look at that. One kill over to the right, one kill over to the left, and suddenly the Mayan Empire has been split in twine. I don't think I've ever looked forward to removing somebody from the game just like so much. They are so similarly coloured to me. It is so confusing. This is also quite a proud moment as well, because by linking up these railways, I now have linked up from the western side of my empire to the eastern side of my empire through Europe as well. Oh, what a railway. What a railway. What's that? Full health, you say? Ha, Lord Sucklington laughs at your full health. No, no, no. Goodbye, Coupe. Betty says goodbye to you. Now the question is whether or not I can take out Portugal on Iceland. This is a different sort of matchup because it's basically like I have no troops here. It's like, this feels more like a game of Advance Wars where I'm trying to use a very, very small army to defeat my objectives, which I think I can do. But yeah, it would be very useful if I had my full force up here. Go on, Stan. Oh, that was close. 3 health. 3 health. He got shy right at the end. That's okay. Maybe if he wasn't a little bit injured, he would have done better there. Never mind. Again, a nice little combo going on here. I have the Mega Crusher on its way to kill that city. It failed to do so, but luckily I've got the modern armor to pick up the pieces. Oh no. Oh dear. That's a double fail. Alright, well luckily I've got another giant death robot to come and pick up the pieces. Goodness me. This is what I was talking about, where sometimes my units just seem to get shy. Never mind. We've got this giant death robot, we have this giant death robot, and we have this helicopter. Oh, I love when the game gets this big and it has to really think about moves. Like, it's really, really thinking about it. Oh, an economic policy slot. Oh, nice. What could I give myself? Medina Quarter would give me 314 housing. I mean, that would be pretty cool. 200 gold from Levy en Masse. Again, it's all good. It's just whether or not there's something that would help me necessarily with the war aspect. Propaganda is quite fun. After action reports, 25% extra experience. I quite like that, but I do have some forces to modernise. Let's do that. I saw some horses running around and I didn't like it. They need to have planes strapped to their backs. Greece were the only people apart from England still not at war with me. I don't know how they managed to wrangle themselves out of that, but luckily we spotted it and we have remedied it. Have they got steel wars? Yes! Oh my goodness. Greece actually has steel. Not that it's going to really help them, but I'm amazed that one of the AI actually had bothered to get as far as steel. Not that steel is something to really bother getting, it's more just like the AI has been behind, but still. It's my condescending way of explaining it, really. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Just be a little bit condescending to the AI. It tried. The AI tried so hard. Well, Portugal, it was certainly fun, and you did manage to have a lovely little Iceland home, but I found you, and now you are gone. Oh my lord. Oh, so many wonders. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 policy slots now. That was crazy. I'm going to stick collective activism in because I think it will give me a ridiculous amount of culture. There's no other reason for it. I just thought it would be relatively amusing. And what else should we put in? I fancy something like this 5-year plan. Should we do that? Should we do that? No, let's go International Space Agency. Why not? Let's just watch our stats go absolutely mental. 2,100 science, 5,542 culture. Oh boy, that's a lot of culture. Again, goodbye India. You did great. I mean, no, you didn't really. That's a lie. I'm just trying to make you feel better. To the final 8. We are down to the final 8. Look, if I just go back through my my highlights, look how many people I've killed. It's just nothing but death, 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 death. Now squeezing Babylon in nicely as well, which is good. They've only got really one city of actual genuine resistance left. Everything else is but a token effort. They go down, it's down to 0 health now. It's kind of in the trees here, do you see? Like, I can find that. They did a great job of putting boats in the middle of one tile lakes though. Like there was frigate, caravel. Look, there's still a caravel over here. They were brilliant. What they should have done is put canals down. That would have been brilliant, but they didn't. Woo! Yes. Taking all the cities. Where's Hungary's capital? Oh, here it is. Original capital of Hungary. How many do we actually need? What are we on? 44. So we need Greece's, Dido's, Hungary's, and then the Congos. Do I already own? No, Gorgo owns England's. Where was England's original capital, do you think? Is it this one? Yeah. Oh god, England got pushed right back. Fair play. Giant death robots makes everything so much easier. They really do. The speed of which they can just sort of swoop in and take a city with like almost zero resistance is just frighteningly good. And bam, that's a 16 pop city. I saw my vampire, where are you? There's the count. That's not who I'm looking for though. Oh, here you are, Lord Sucklington. Right, let's move you forward. We'll get one kill there, and then Lord Sucklington can move to this tile. And then I think I just need to borrow, yes, a modern armor will do it nicely. Thank you, cheers. Lord Sucklington can then move in, get that kill, and then attack there. Okay, we're at full health. How much damage would we do against a city? 202! We beat 200! We did it! 73 from units that have died near the vampire. Oh my lord. We've now pushed Greece right back to the border with Dido. Okay, we've got one Mayan city left over here, and then we don't have to worry about this colour clash anymore. We've got one Babylon city over there. Oh, it's so close now. We're finally at Future Tech and Future Civic. Turn 218. It's quite late, really, actually. Step 1 to a super satisfying turn. Take the Mayans out of the game. That takes us to a dangerous and sexy 7 left. So close. Step number 2, take out Babylon. That takes us to a stunning 6 left. I'm sorry you couldn't join us, but you were just a little too close to me at the spawn. I think that's Hungary's last big city as well. We just took a couple and... let me have a look. Yeah, look, 2, 6, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Lots of very low pop cities now. I think that's the capital of the Congo. 160 strength giant death robot just comes in. Yep, lovely. Perfect. So only a couple left now. I feel like I need Lord Sucklington on the front line, you know? He's up here at the moment, doing well. But yeah, I feel like you're going to have to come to the front line. Through you come. Oh, John Roebling. Amenity and housing in the city. Perfect. That is the best thing for my capital. Yes. Keep growing, friend. Keep growing. It was totally stuck where it was there. It's really, really weird seeing this part of the Europe map without crazy forests. Normally fires have swept right through this part of the map and you get like 50 production tiles, but not today. Giant death robots are just teaming up in pairs right now. One shoots and one takes the city. One after another. It's very satisfying. Jet bombers can also provide the pairing. Because they attack so hard, they will do 200 damage to a city regardless of its health. The problem is if there's a wall, it blocks it. So you just need a small gap in the wall and the thing will just tear it down. Okay, we are now beginning to approach into Dido's territory, which is the most difficult corner of the map to get into. There's her capital, protected by woods, protected by a whole host of mountains. It's pretty well protected here. Luckily for me, mountains have no issue. Yeah, we have no issue with mountains is what I'm trying to say. Jet bombers. Oh dear, my mind is gone. It's mad. This game, it's taken everything from me. But I can just scooch straight through the mountains on this road that they've built very kindly for me. You see? Look at that. Lovely. And again, it's just the pairs of death robots. The pairs. That's all we need. But unfortunately, oh, it looks like we're not going to be able to even get through this bit. There is a roadblock. Okay, well, we're going to have to keep fighting through. Maybe there's another way. My military engineers are a little bit too far away from here. Oh no, it's because that inventory is blocking the path. That's okay. We can deal with an inventory block. Inventory blocks are very easy to move. Well, actually, no, maybe that's a better way of moving. Can we do it? There we go. Right. We're out. We're out. Where's my other death robot? Here you are. You can... Oh, yep, look, so we can move there under this direction. Annoyingly, there is a cavalry there. That is a bit frustrating. Again, how many units can I get round, or can I just bomb the cavalry? I think I can just bomb the cavalry. Yeah, look at that. When in doubt, jet bombers, I find, solve every problem you can think of. Unbelievably, I think I've actually run out of giant death robots. I don't have enough to make the killing blow this turn. Oh, it was tempting me. It was luring me in under false pretenses. I believe, though, that we can double take the Greek capital. So there's Greece's original capital there, and there is England's original capital. So between those two, I believe it is now just Dido that we need. Yep, it is. We have 48 capitals. Oh, this has definitely been an amazing game, but also a game that I'm going to need a drink after. For the first time in a long time, the Count and Lord Sucklington are together fighting forever. Right, the Count is going to 125 strength just to hit some of the walls away, which leaves a small hole of 21 out of 300. That is enough for a 202 strike. Oh, that almost can destroy the city in one go. Man, that is a powerful combo. Right, well, modern armor will just finish that off, but goodness me, that vampire is just crazy powerful now. Right, let me try to set up another combo, because I know you all like a good combo when it works. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cities all being destroyed at once, and at this point you hope the game doesn't crash. Oh yes, look at that, oh. This one was too far away. I refused to fight this one. You also, by the way, didn't think that the city-states, I should say, were escaping all of this, did you? No. I'm a maniac, and I must destroy. And, oh, look at that, conveniently, there appear to be a bunch of armed units, like, by each city-state. That's mad. Just, like, tank one in, and then, oh, look, the giant death robot can just literally walk in. Funny that's mad. Actually, I might have slightly miscounted how many units I might need to take down a city-state. Slightly more than I thought. Hang on, I'm sorry. Yeah, the giant death robot can barely scratch it. Okay, well, maybe it'll be a turn after. You'll have to imagine this sort of immaculate way of killing all of these city-states. Hang on, where's this one? There's the giant death robot. Lovely stuff. Shoot over the top. Kill the city-state like that. Ah, yes. So that is a city taken from Phoenicia, and if I just shoot over the top, and we can take the capital with a sort of like river hop, and I'll sort of go a bump to kill it, that is this game over. Now, it is absolutely frying my computer right now. I'm surprised. I am surprised we managed to do that. So, like, that is a result. Oh my lord, what a game. What a game. When I set out to do this, I didn't think it would be quite an ordeal like that. 9,447 score. If you've ever had more score in Civ 6, I'm saying right now, I don't think you have. You need to come and show me on Discord. I will be personally amazed, and I will personally congratulate you if you can show me a score higher than this on Discord, because that has got to be right up there. I mean, honestly, cities captured above 300. Above 300. Great people. Very, very good. My faith, yeah, this is where I started to do the capturing. You can see my science. I was actually winning the science game after about turn 125. So I was doing pretty good. Like, I'm pretty happy with that. Culture, I mean, yeah, just no one bothered to play culture like I did. There were tons of religions, but no one ever really got one together. I killed 300 units. I lost like 20 units. It's quite a messy game for me, that, actually. Blimey. Even loading a turn at the moment is taking about 10 minutes for the computer to think about it. What I've discovered is that as I have more and more cities, the turns are becoming longer to load, not because of the amount of people in the game, but the amount of cities I've got. And why? Well, have a look at that. 357 cities. 2,327 population. I mean, is that not just absolutely insane or what? We've just kicked down to 4,000 culture, but I was on about 6,500 when I had the city-states, so it just shows you, keeping a couple of city-states alive, even if they're not very good city-states, once you put the collective activism and International Space Station cards in, they make huge differences. Absolutely huge differences. My capital is barely utilized. I had 32 out of 107 trade routes active, literally because I couldn't be bothered to micromanage, and it was already on 370 production. It was an insane game. I've got Kilwa somewhere. I didn't get round. I was going to use my great engineer, here he is, to build myself, what's it called, these Amazon Scott Center up here in order to get even crazier production. But honestly, I don't even think the computer would load the turn. Like, it's just atrocious. I love it. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing. But yeah, blimey, what a game. What a game. I also managed to get Lord Sucklington, there we go, to reliably hit above 200, which I am so proud of myself for doing that. Look at that. This is a city with ancient walls and 67 strength. And it's amazing how having 202 strength barely dents ancient walls. I love it. But because it's so hilariously overpowered, all you need to do is like get rid of it. I mean, okay, admittedly that got rid of the walls a bit more than I intended. But like, look, total victory. Or, no, that's the count. That wasn't even Lord Sucklington. Or look at this city, 87 strength on full health. It would still be a total wipeout. Like, a small dent in the wall is enough for the vampire to come through and destroy everything. I managed to consume 51 uranium per turn. Each giant death robot takes 3. That means I have 17 giant death robots just kicking around the map. That's why I was doing so well. But even the giant death robots are struggling to make their way through this hilly forest. It would probably take another 7 to 8 turns for me to kill all of this, and that would be another like 2 to 3 hours of recording. And being honest, I don't mind letting you in behind the scenes here. This game has taken me upwards of 25 hours to film. It's been by far the biggest venture I've ever taken or undertaken on this channel. I've really enjoyed it, and I really hope you did as well. Do let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this like absolutely crazy game. It was nuts. It's something to tell your grandkids about, isn't it? Thank you so much for all your support. I do have a Ko-fi, I do have a Patreon, and if you can't subscribe in that way, then subscribe on YouTube. It's free, and like at the moment, the big problem I've got, this is like a rant that you get at the end of the series because only the loyal people continue to watch once the game is over, right? So I know you are fans of the channel listening into this. The YouTube algorithm is being a bit of a beast at the moment, and I can't get the subscribers in because the new viewers aren't being shown my stuff. Like, I have such an intensely loyal fan base, it's amazing. But just by interacting with the video, sharing it with your friends, commenting, liking, all that sort of stuff, that engagement really helps to get the algorithm to actually realize that this channel, I don't know, I feel like you all enjoy watching this channel. So, you know, we'll just keep putting the stuff out there. I'm just gonna, like, I think all I know now is bombing and destroying cities, so I might just continue this for a little bit, but thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Goodbye! And what's this? When you thought the video was over, future Ryan! He appears again, having played this at about 6 AM in this morning to rush the game through. I just wanted to show you what the map would look like when I took over everything. Here it is, it's glorious. I did a couple of things. I took all the cities up here. I took all the city-states because I just thought they were ugly, which actually, yeah, decimated my culture per turn. But more importantly, I ended up building the Amundsen Scott Center, because I was like, you know what, why not? And what it meant was that my capital, with Jane Drew and all of the sort of extra amenities, plus 13, is now up to 427 production, and I'm missing a good, 80 trade routes. So, you know, that's a thing. Anyway, come get the save file in Discord. This game has taken so long, goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Davalax, Deadboy91, Skeptical Bear, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brown Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, and Nim. Thank you all for your support and everybody for the interaction on the videos. It is helping me to slay the algorithm monster and to do this full time. Thank you all. See you next time.